This video explains the operating concept of the Windows Store app Track of the Day. Enjoy! Track of the Day is a software for researching and planning complex trips. Information sources such as Google Earth, Google Maps, Google Street View and many more are available at any time via an integrated web browser. It's a short-distance software that doesn't require you to constantly switch back and forth between many websites and route planning tools. Planned routes can be exported to navigation devices of all kinds in GPX file format and used for navigation. This software is often compared to Garmin Basecamp, but it goes far beyond Basecamp in terms of functionality and supports modern navigation devices such as the new BMW Motorrad Connected Ride Navigator and the associated BMW App. Planned routes can be exported to devices such as the TomTom Rider 500, Garmin XT, Garmin XT2 or even apps such as Scenic or Google Maps. In terms of design, support for modern tablet computers such as the Microsoft Surface Pro 9 or the smaller Surface Go was an important consideration. These devices are compact and powerful and are very suitable for use when traveling. To make it easier to use with a stylus and your fingertips, there are many buttons that trigger a wide variety of functions. However, high-performance computers with 2, 3 or more screens are also fully supported. Unlike the web-based planners from Calimoto, MRA or Kurviger, many windows can be undocked and displayed on a different display. The positions of all windows are saved so that they are displayed at the last used position the next time you open them. If you're using a laptop on the go or at home with a docking station and multiple monitors, this will automatically be taken into account when saving and restoring window positions. Windows that overlap each other are automatically brought to the foreground when activated. The user interface is freely scalable and can thus be adapted to a wide variety of displays and resolutions. To scale, hold down the Control key and turn the mouse wheel. Alternatively, you can use the 2 magnifying glass icons at the top right of the title bar. The respective scale is displayed as a percentage. To reset the scale to 100%, click on the percentage value displayed. Track of the Day uses a main menu on the left-hand side. Included here are the buttons for importing GPX files, sharing, etc. A block of 18 buttons is used to control basic functions. Here you can open the application settings, change the map, view or change opacity and stroke width, and much more. The main menu can be hidden and shown by clicking on the hamburger menu in the top corner. Alternatively, you can use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+M. If you tap the function key F11, the main menu and title bar will be hidden at the same time. Two white arrows below the title bar and to the right of the main menu can also be used. The function key F7 activates the application settings. Alternatively, you can tap on the button with the gear. The settings are thematically structured and can be expanded and collapsed again using expanders. If there are several sections open, they can be scrolled with the mouse wheel by hovering over the column with the labels. For example, if you hover over the list of routing profiles, you can scroll them as well. The main menu contains the list of tracks and the list of routes. The contents of these lists can be sorted. A double click or the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+E launches the editor for tracks or routes. The calendar icon button opens the list of versions of tracks or routes. For example, if a route has been edited, you can see all the editing steps here and can return to a previous edit at any time. Above the list of routes and in the title bar there is a button with a small globe. If you click here, the embedded route planners of Calimoto, MRA, Kurviger and other websites will open, which provide travel tips and additional information. When a GPX file is downloaded from one of these websites, a background process becomes active and automatically imports the file contents. This makes it easy to open and edit all kinds of tracks and routes. This is part of the design concept of short distances already described. Depending on the user profile set, buttons will appear on the edges of the map. There are a few context menus here, so it's worth just right-clicking on them. If a route is selected, the vehicle used and the current routing profile are visible at the bottom of the map. If you click on the vehicle icon, the garage will open and you can select another vehicle. Selecting the routing profile works the same way. The white and red diamond buttons recalculate a route or delete the calculated route points. When calculating a route, key figures such as travel time, distance, number of curves and much more are determined. In addition, a possible route is displayed. If you tap on the info button, the info line for the selected route or track is opened. Here you can see the calculated key figures of the tracks and routes, the so-called metrics. The info line also includes other functions for editing the description, opening the inspector, or animating routes via the map channels integration. Let's move on to the integration of Google Street View, which can be started with the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+S or via the corresponding button on the left side of the map. When the Street View integration is enabled, Google Street View is displayed below the map, with both views paired together. If you click on a street on the map, the corresponding Street View images will open. If you navigate in the Street View window, the map will be recentered accordingly. Once a track or route is selected, a click on the track or route line is all it takes to update the Street View view. With the two buttons shown here, the selected track can be ridden step by step. Once a route is selected, the selection jumps to the next route point. In the split screen shown here, other windows such as the database view, the cache explorer, the smart folders or the hotel search can also be displayed. When working with multiple displays, these windows can be undocked and moved to another monitor with one click. This brings us to the end of this first overview of the concepts and controls of the user interface of Track of the Day. In later tutorials, individual functions will be presented in more detail. Thank you very much for watching and see you soon.